And we're not going to start, you're not going to start this video until your intro, right?
Huh?
You're not going to start this video until your intro. You're going to cut off all the part we're recording right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll go.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like to cut too much out, you know?
Well, yeah, but this beginning part is boring.
Boring to who?
Well, we're doing that thing on boredom, so who knows?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, hey, guys. Good morning from Chiang Rai. This is Ray. I'm with Damian.
Hello.
And Damian's going to share something with me that I hadn't experienced, but he did, and I think many others do too. And that is when he came back from his sojourn to the USA in the south of Thailand, he discovered that things were not the same. It just seemed different somehow. So, but I want to let Damian tell you about it, not me. For those of you who are unaware, I'm live streaming at 6:30 a.m. Bangkok time every Sunday. Now that's GMT plus 7. The corresponding global day and times are on the screen. You're cordially invited to join us. We discuss anything you blokes want to know within limits about life in Thailand. And my responses are provided only with the understanding that I am not rendering legal, accounting, tax, immigration, or any other professional advice. Do your own diligence. Nor am I a font of all knowledge. I'll be there. I hope you will be too. Damian.
Hey, Ray.
So tell us about this trouble you had.
I don't know if it was trouble, and it was maybe to be expected, but yeah, I had moved to Thailand, and my experience was, this was a year ago, and my experience was something that was expected and yet unexpected. I mean, starting from the beginning, like for the first 6 months after you get here as an expat, there's a lot of things you got to nail down, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get your visa sorted, your place to live, your transportation, if you're going to get a vehicle. Just kind of getting your life set up, getting to know where things are.
Yeah,
you know?
Find your way around town.
Yeah, your way around town. And then at about the 6-month point, I felt like, okay, I've arrived. I've got things kind of sorted. And then for the following 6 months, I pretty much enjoyed myself. And then I was like, you know, it was more adventurous. I was, you know, the novelty hadn't worn off. It was still, you know, exciting. Everything was new. You know, the birds sound differently. You know, I was just enjoying that very much. And then at the end of the year, I traveled for a bit, went down to Koh Samui, and that was nice to have some island time during the smoky season here. And I spent a month back in my home country, the United States. And then I came back and I plopped into something that is every expat's worst enemy. Do you know what that is?
Well, I kind of think it might be some kind of recliner or a chair.
Yes.
Sofa.
The easy chair, right? And it's understandable because I was traveling for a while and I needed a good rest. And I kind of had this feeling welling up in me, and I went, well, what is that feeling? Oh yeah, it's boredom. I was bored. I was like, okay, well, I've got Thailand kind of figured out for me.
And that's only after a few days.
Yeah, just a few days.
Imagine years.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. And I mean, it's funny because the feeling of boredom, of not having something that was stimulating my conscious mind, that was, you know, an everyday occurrence. I'm like, oh God, that, you know, and then I played that out, and I kind of said to myself, well, that would be the worst expat experience, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Just to be, you know, to arrive with my invisible suitcase, so to speak, and then just be bored and not really have an interesting life. And then I took a small world, brought it with me, and then I lived in a small world. So I'm like, okay, I had to kind of motivate myself to get back. I asked myself, what were the things that kept me busy and engaged and interested beforehand. Okay, well, I was going to the gym more frequently, so I got back to doing that. I was taking Thai language classes, and that was a part of my day, and that again engaged me. And visiting with friends and yourself, and getting back to making these videos, and the feeling went away. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good. I've got things that I chose. And in fact, you did a video previously on boredom, well, not boredom, but activities that you can do.
It was. Yeah. I've done one on activities, and I've also done one on boredom.
Yeah. Okay. So links in the description.
Yes, Amasa.
So it's going to be a thing that might hit you. It might surprise you. It did me. And all of a sudden, I realized, okay, yeah, when you're going to be an expat in a different country, and you're going to go from the working world, full-time work, to being retired, you better have a plan. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Drink more? Watch more movies? Have more passive experiences at home in the air conditioning? Well, then the air conditioning wins, doesn't it? The experience of Thailand outdoors and enjoying yourself is different. And there are some things where I allow myself to be a little bored, and it's good for me. For example, my morning walk with the dog today. I like to listen to podcasts and music with the earphones in, but I don't do that when I go for walks. And I think a lot of it is just there's just a light bit of boredom and a light bit of relaxation that comes from just hearing the birds and the monks chanting below down in the hill and things like that. Now you were employed full-time, and then you went into a retirement lifestyle as an expat. What was your experience?
Yeah, I went into an expat lifestyle about a week after I retired. That was when I moved to Thailand.
Okay.
And I don't know, I had been looking forward to retirement for a couple of years, just thinking about what I was going to do and what I wasn't going to do, and and all these things. And mostly I had planned out it's going to be good to just stretch out on the sofa or a hammock or something, watch a movie or two, maybe play some games, do some fishing.
Right.
And life would be absolutely great.
Yeah.
But it wears off.
It does.
That wears off, and then you need something to fill that time with, or you're going to go nuts. And I can tell you from experience, I was going nuts because I had nothing to do. I'm not a socialite. I'm not a social butterfly. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not down at clubs, and I don't like loud music, so I avoid those venues. I'm a boring bastard. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Hey, meet me. I'm an open book. Okay. So it was difficult for me, and I suppose a number of other people who aren't exactly the most social animals on the planet, to discover something that could consume my time and keep me busy. And what did I decide to do?
Make videos.
Yeah, something I'd never done before. Hadn't even done photography.
Sure.
But I gotta, it's kept me busy.
Sure, and it's you're doing it for the right reasons.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And so
but not many people.
Yeah. When we were kids, and we were all looking forward to summer break from school, right? And but then you do all the things, you hang out with your friends, do all the things you said you were going to do, and then some boredom would kick in, right? And if you told your mother that you were bored over the summer break, what would she tell you?
Go play in the traffic.
My mother would say, "Oh, I've got plenty. Oh, you're bored? I've got plenty of things for you to do around the house. Oh, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. I'm gonna go play with friends. I'm not bored." Yeah. So, and now, maybe this is the old guy rant time, old guy rant period, where you might see young people looking at their smartphones a lot, and in a way, devices like that have supplanted the feeling of boredom. You can always play a video game or chat with a friend or social media. And so that feeling of boredom as a motivator to eliminate boredom. I mean, when I was a kid, it was like, you know, it wasn't as much finding cool things to do. It was avoiding boredom. Now, from a Thai perspective, which over 90% of the Thai people are Buddhist, and another thing that I got back into is attending the English-speaking Buddhist meetings at Wat Prakau, and a temple down the road here. And the way they look at boredom might be different, because have you ever done any meditation?
Yes.
Thrilling, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely boring.
Yeah. And in a way, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
For some, I guess.
Quiet the mind.
Right, quiet the mind. That part of you, that conscious mind that constantly needs stimulation, constantly needs entertainment.
Because if you want to be creative, don't meditate, right?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you need to sometimes just stare at that blank and empty canvas before you paint something on it. And so the Buddhist perspective on that is very okay. Just let that part of your mind be quiet. Just focus on your breathing, maybe. And could you think of a more boring thing to do than to think about your own breathing? But there's a point with that, is that you can quiet that part of the mind so that something else within you can present itself. And so that's an observation, and maybe part of the reason why things are a slower pace here, that people are not constantly trying to feed that conscious mind, and they can be more present, more in the moment. And so now I feel like I'm re-engaged, that I'm back to doing some things that I enjoy, but it reminded me that easy share is always there. And it's good sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I can't sit and research and write scripts all bloody day, every day. You've got to do something else from time to time. That's why I come for a coffee with this bloke. You know, it's only every 2 weeks, but what the hell? It's better than nothing.
Yeah. So, at the risk of becoming boring in this video itself, let's go ahead and close out and say, we're not bored. We're having a fun time making videos for you. And if you want to like, share, subscribe Ray's channel here, by all means do. It's cool, and I enjoy watching them as much as you do, I hope.
Gee, thanks for the plug, Damian. That's wonderful. And guys, I'm gonna mention finally. Don't forget, Sunday morning, 6:30, live stream, Coffee with Ray.
Right on.
Okay? At 6:30 Bangkok time. The rest of you world can figure it out for yourselves. Hey folks, if my videos are helpful, help the channel reach more people by clicking like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, click the bell, and click all. Okay,
all right.
So we're done?
We're done.
All right, bye.
Sawadee krap. Bye-bye.
Be good, folks. If you can't be good, be careful. No? If you can't be careful, buy a perambulator.